Oh my gosh, guys, look at the growth. And this is amazing. This is just a couple of the trays. I have more trays. Today we're gonna do the Jiffy Greenhouse Kit to start the seeds for my garden. Since we bought our house here in the Upper Cumberland Plateau, we have to do a raised garden bed in the backyard. I am going to go ahead and start the seeds since our last frost will be sometime between the end of April and early May. We have a different growing season here than what I'm used to from when I was doing it in Georgia. I have never used this kit before. It was recommended to me by a friend, so we're going to go ahead and go through this together. So I have a 36 pea pellet here. I have a few 72 ones over there that I probably will use for the flowers, along with some herbs. This is how I organize my seeds. It is just a photo storage box, and I labeled each container. I have one that has all of my vegetables and fruits. Well, yeah, tomatoes are fruit. And then I have one that I have for my flowers, which I probably won't be growing too many of those this year because we have to do some garden bed work. So when I label mine, I put one here and then I put one on the bottom, and this is the side that I stick up mostly, and I also label whether or not it is frost hardy. That way, if I enjoy something, I can go ahead and replant it towards the end of summer, early fall. So let's go ahead and open this up. I am going to kind of speed things up so this video is not super long. On the back, here's the instructions in case you've never seen one before. So we are going to place water in the tray here about until they're about 2 to 2.5 inches tall. Then we will plant our seeds, and then we will put the cover on, excuse me, and go put it underneath the grow lights. And then we will transplant at some point when they are, I think, it depends on the plant, honestly, how tall they need to be able to transplant. Once the seeds germinate and we start having plants, we are then going to thin them out because we don't want the smaller, weaker plants to take away from the more strong plant. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. We're just going to throw it up here. And we have some labels that we'll use. And then we have the Super Thrive Plant Vitamin for seedlings. So we are going to pour the packet in a 1 gallon of water and mix well. And then we are going to add the blended mixture solution into a measuring cup or watering can. For a full tray, saturate your pellets with soil of 4.5 cups worth of solution for best results, and 2.25 cups for half a tray. Once it's expanded, the pellets will fluff, and then we will prepare the loose soil, add seeds, and so forth. As you can see, these have expanded upwards, and now I am going to go ahead and start planting my tomatoes and my squash. I have a wide variety of tomatoes in here. Most of these are from rareseeds.com, which is also Baker Creek Heirloom. And then I got these at my local Lowe's. I'm excited to try these. So these are the tomatoes. Oops, that's not a tomato. These are the tomatoes. I'm going to do definitely going to do some greens. I'm going to do the cherry ones. This is another cherry. I wanted to do the classic beefsteak this year. And Bonnie's Best, of course, we've all know about. And then I also wanted to try the German pink this year. On the back here, it will tell you how long it will take to sprout, the ideal temperature for it, how deep to plant the seed, so 1/8 of an inch. And then when you go and put it in the ground, this is the spacing per plant between the plants. Then this also will tell you whether or not it will survive a frost. Tomatoes, of course, do not. And then this will tell you how much sun you need minimally. Also, it will tell you planting instructions here. So I'm gonna have to start 6 to 10 weeks before the last frost, which is roughly where I'm at right now. And then, of course, making sure I have warm soil will help germination. So this one is the German pink, and it's gonna be massive pink fruits. Excellent for canning, freezing, slicing, and juicing. So I'm going to pour some out in my hand real quick. This is what they look like. They're itty bitty. So I'm going to put roughly 2 to 3 in each of the ones that I plan on using for this. So I'm going to do a full row of the German pink, and then I'll switch to another one, but this will mostly be tomatoes. And then I'll just re-put the other seeds in and seal it. All right, now we're going to do the beefsteak. Again, 2 to 3 seeds. And these fruits may be anywhere from 1 to 2 pounds. Next is our green giant. This one also will be roughly 1 pound of fruit, it says. And now we're going to do our cherry tomatoes. Now, the good thing and the cool thing about this kit that I do like is that it does include the greenhouse kit where you can label what you're growing where. I have come to the conclusion I do not like this. I will tell you why. It does not do the same amount of 36 of where you're putting things. So I'm going to scratch this and I'm going to actually do it a different way. Not the best thing, Jiffy, just saying. I do have these. I'm going to use these for when I plant them in my garden. This is my new design. We're going to do some onions. I love onions. The good thing about onions as well is that they are frost hardy. So that means that you can also grow them in the winter. So I am going to do, let's do 12 things of onions because I love onions that much. These will sprout slightly slower because they take a little bit longer. So I have a couple things of lettuce here. I have the May Queen lettuce, which is here, which it can be head lettuce or it can be baby greens. And then I have, what is this one? Gustav's salad lettuce here. And this is the same way. I am going to plant 1 row of each of these so that I have a variety. I do want to grow this one as head lettuce, and I want to try to do this one as baby greens. All right. So these are the seeds. Very, very tiny. All right, now we're going to do Gustav's lettuce here. Seeds look roughly the same. This one is done. So I have my chart here of what I'm growing where. So I am going to go ahead with my marker here and I'm going to push down the tomato seeds and then kind of cover them up. One thing I do like about this kit specifically is that these little paper pieces that hold the soil together, they decompose and they're easy to break open when it's time to transplant. So you don't really have to worry about disturbing the roots too much. Yep, we did this. We're going to add the dough and we're going to place it in a warm location. One thing I have to say about these is I will definitely be investing in something a little bit more sturdy. The tops on these don't exactly like clip down, which I don't feel is good personally. I feel like it should like lock into place. But what can you do? So let's go ahead and do the next one. Whoops, I opened up the wrong one. I opened up a 72 instead of a 36. I meant to do this one. Because I wanted to do vegetables first. Now I'm going to go and smush some of these seeds down and then cover them up with some soil. So while I'm covering all these seeds in soil, if you are watching this still, hopefully you are, what is your favorite thing to grow in your garden? It can be a vegetable, it can be food, it could be a flower. I'm curious because I am always looking at more plants, whether it is flowers for the front side of my house or a better vegetable to try, or excuse me, not a better vegetable to try, or another vegetable to try out. Let me know in the comments below. This one will be, like I said, basil and carrots. Ooh. This is a little hard with these smaller ones. They seem to float. Okay, that is the last of my vegetables that I'm going to be able to plant and start by seed. Of course, I have others here that I will be starting as soon as the last frost happens. I will be doing some squash, okra, I'll be doing my loofahs, the beans. I'm going to wait for fall and so forth to do my choys and my cabbage. If you like what you've learned here and you want to stick around for my next video, which will be, we will be planting flowers in the Jiffy Seed Starting Greenhouse Kit here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know what vegetable or fruit you enjoy growing and why.